One of the questions that we get a lot is, why do you need title insurance? Title insurance is becoming known as best practices for banks, for attorneys, actually for owners of aircraft, to have title insurance on that asset, to provide them with that comfort and knowledge that no matter what happens, someone's going to fight on their behalf, and that insurance company will do that for them. And AvSure is the only aviation title insurance company in the world at this time, and they've selected AIC to be the one that does all their work.
Our customers that consider title insurance are either going to be lenders or potential owners of aircraft. And it's interesting when we've talked to some of the people, whether they're a lender or an owner that's considered the title insurance product, they always talk to us about the fact that they went through some type of a risk analysis and trying to make the decision on whether or not they're going to have title insurance. And typically the things that they tell us that they considered are how long that aircraft's been around in the industry, how many times it's changed hands, whether or not they can get a warranty bill of sale from the seller. And of course, that in itself is always questionable because it's only as good as the financial wherewithal or backing of that seller. And in recent decades, we've seen Fortune 500 companies go under, file bankruptcies, things that we never would have expected. So any potential seller that gives you a warranty deed, they may not be there at some point in time to back it up. And particularly if they're what's known as a single purpose entity, that entity was only created to hold that asset for the actual shareholder or owner of that seller. If that entity, that was its only asset, that's all you got to rely on if you're looking at a warranty bill of sale. So that always doesn't factor into the risk part of this. But the one thing that our lenders and our owners usually fail to tell us that they considered in this analysis is what is going to be the cost of litigation if someone asserts some sort of claim against my title to my aircraft or something that will impact my security interest in the aircraft. No one ever considers those costs of litigation. I think it's probably because the typical aviation consultant or transactional attorney that might be representing or consulting one of the clients in that decision as to whether or not to have title insurance, they're not litigators themselves. They look at it only from the transactional side of the picture. And if someone does assert a claim that could divest you of your priority interest or of your ownership interest in that aircraft, and you're going to have to fight that, it can cost you well over and above whatever the cost of that title insurance is going to be. Potentially to get out from under, let's just assume that you're right, you're 100% defense, being able to defend your claim, and ultimately you get a summary judgment. A good plaintiff's attorney is going to try to get you through the discovery phase of that litigation. But assuming that you're able to get out from under it, you could have easily spent six figures in trying to win your case. And of course, the thing that you have to decide and factor into that decision, do I want to pay for that out of my own pocket? Or do I want to have someone defending me and being part of the cost of the defense of title insurance? And so that's a really big factor, I think, today that when evaluating that decision, a lot of lenders and owners don't take into consideration that cost.